We know from our clinical experience with patients that health is a very personal thing. So many people talk about what a struggle it is for them to get their health in line and to change their bad habits that are causing them to feel subpar. I have such deep respect for each person's journey to better health because truly you cannot ever fully know what it's like to be in somebody else's body. So when it comes to alleviating the struggle with health, something that can change the game for people is the simple idea of owning your health. Now, ownership is this idea that you have the rights to your own health. You're in charge. And when it comes to feeling better in your mind, in your heart, and making impactful change with your physical health, acknowledging that you are the only one who is truly responsible is the key. Logically, this concept always made sense to me. I've heard this concept for years and years before I really fully grasped it, because to really internalize it and weave it into your behaviors, that can be really challenging. If I'm feeling tired or stressed, I don't always want to own that and take care of myself. I want to get an extra coffee or have a glass of wine at the end of the night. I don't really want to go to bed early or say no to the fun things in my life so that I can rest. So for me, this has been a coming to terms and is a daily practice. I talk to myself about it all the time, multiple times a day. Owning my health. I will often say to myself, own it, own it. I truly feel that one of the first steps to improving your health is to own every part of it, all the good habits and all the habits that might not be serving us very well. This is something that patients really struggle with in the clinic because sometimes they don't even realize that they aren't truly owning their health. Practicing ownership benefits your mental and your emotional well-being also. When you take responsibility and you cut out the blame, whether it be blaming other people or your genetics or your past or your stress, you tend to feel more peace, more contentment in your life. Look at your habits around how you eat, how you sleep or you rest, how you exercise and you move. Be really honest with yourself. Look at how you spend your time. Who are you giving your energy to? Own your emotions, whether it be anger or grief or resentment or joy, whatever it is. Your old patterns of behavior, own that. The things that flare up your self-limiting beliefs. And something that can be particularly difficult for people, and myself at times, own your circumstances. Now you might be thinking, but Steph, this happened in my life and I didn't ask for this and it wasn't my fault. I know. We all know that hard things happen in this life. I mean, nobody is exempt from that. And it doesn't mean that you can't have thoughts and feelings about it. It's not always easy to own your circumstances and your behaviors. I have struggled with that as well. We are human. It is a challenge. And it is for sure a daily practice. But it is certainly a practice for me. Despite circumstances or health history, you are responsible for the energy that you put out into the world. You're responsible for your body and your mind and your spirit. It's about accountability to oneself. The purpose is to accept this moment and to own all that is within that moment so that you are empowered to make decisions that will serve you and benefit your physical health. Now, I've had to do this personally in my life so many times to acknowledge and take responsibility for the things that I was doing. I've had to own poor sleep habits in the past. I've had to own that I was exercising improperly and not listening to my body. And it was causing muscle and joint pain. And I've probably had quite a few injuries because of that. I've had to own my emotions at times when I wanted to blame them on somebody else. You know, we've all said this in our mind, well, they've made me feel this way. I've had to own that. I've also had to own the fact that I was letting stress get the best of me, and it was likely a result of my routine. maybe my lack of boundaries, maybe my overscheduling. Ownership can be uncomfortable. It can be extremely humbling, and I believe it to be crucial to our health. And we talk about this now because I think that this is so incredibly important in this time in our culture. According to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, 6 in 10 people are dealing with a chronic illness, and the top lifestyle risks leading to chronic disease, they are all preventable, all of them. What if we changed the conversation around our health and started owning it a little more? It is incredibly empowering, and it can actually lead to this sense of freedom because you are now the active participant in your life when it comes to your well-being. So the next time you feel like you're struggling with your habits around your health, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, examine that struggle and own it and see how you can take charge and make the change that you want to see. The project is you.